And for more on the investigation into these attacks, we're joined now by ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett. Brad, thanks for taking the time on this holiday. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
How rare is this type of incident in Canada? Unfortunately, when we talk about mass incidents, mass casualty incidents, usually we're talking about America, but in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada, in particular with firearms, it's very low. But in general, you are correct. Of course, the issue in this case, obviously, is this has to be some version, Phil, of a hate revenge-driven crime. Only because you attack specific indigenous people. Now, maybe not individuals, but where they're located at various locations. And this must have gone on for several hours. So I'm only suggesting is there is some relationship between these two guys and these communities. Who knows what it might involve? And that's not going to be the real focus of the police initially, obviously. They got to find them for starters.
Right, and that's my next question. These attacks happened just yesterday morning with the suspects still on the run. How crucial is it in these initial hours, and we're talking more than 24 hours now, initial hours and days for police to get a read on where these suspects might be or might be going?
Well, since we don't know their motive, are there other indigenous people they could possibly go attack? So there's the public safety side of this. They can also destroy evidence. Have they gotten rid of the Nissan Rogue? Have they gotten rid of the knives that they used to stab multiple people? So yes, from a public safety standpoint, from an evidence standpoint, you really want to get these guys in custody. Now, what's interesting is that the police in this town, I think it's called Regina, which is like 200 miles or so south of where this occurred, they seem to be somewhat comfortable because they keep saying, we think they're here. Now, this is a town of about 226,000 people. So that's a fair number. If you don't know the hideouts or locations of where these two might be, it may take a while. But to your point, you definitely need these two in custody as quickly as possible.
There were multiple crime scenes here, Brad. I'm curious, when you have multiple crime scenes like this, how does that change the investigation, or how does it complicate it, if it does? Well, first of all, each crime scene may potentially give you a piece of information. Other witnesses. Did they drop items at one location that they had used at another? What are on the knives? Possibly DNA of the bad guys. Clearly maybe blood or genetic material of the victims. And so if you take the crime scenes collectively, you're going to have their version of mobile crime or evidence response teams deal with each one of those. I'm sure RCMP is in the middle of this, and if nothing else from a helping standpoint. So the key is obviously a core set of detectives trying to put together where these guys are. And so you've got multiple legs of an investigation going on at the same time, but not slowing down the team that's actually trying to find these guys. But, you know, my sense would be this is another one of those crimes. It looks like it's minimal planning. I mean, how much planning do you have to do to go into a rural indigenous area and harm people and then leave? So that tells me these guys, you know, probably are findable. What are their limitations? In other words, do they have money to flee a long distance? Could they have gotten on a plane, so forth and so on? Maybe, maybe not. If the police believe they're in one city, my guess is they're of limited means and probably catchable in the very near future. No, it's an active and urgent search, Brad. We appreciate you taking the time on this holiday to walk us through that.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.